Johns Hopkins University has studies showing that it cuts breast cancer rates in half. Journals at the American Diabetes Association found that it halts the onset of type 2 diabetes with 100% success. University of Notre Dame researchers say that it prolongs lifespan by 25%. The International Journal of Oncology says that it kills 16 times more cancer cells than the leading chemo drug iloxatin without harming healthy cells. Salk Institute for Biological Studies proved that it performs better in memory tests than the drug Aricept, the most widely prescribed Alzheimer's drug. The Journal of Drug Research and Development shows that it lowers cholesterol and triglyceride levels better than the statin drug Lipitor. Verity researchers found that it destroys more colon cancer stem cells than Folfox, one of the most widely prescribed chemotherapy protocols. The Journal of Phytotherapy Research states that it reduces arthritis joint pain by 60% and joint swelling by 73%. And the list goes on and on with this miracle nutrient. In total, it's proven to treat 619 diseases, way more than we can list here. Look at a few of these facts. 114 studies confirm it can stop and even reverse Alzheimer's disease, and 900 studies prove it can heal over 100 types of cancer: lung, breast, colon, prostate, you name it. Over 24 studies show its ability to treat pancreatic cancer alone, one of the deadliest cancers, and that is all without harming healthy cells or any nasty side effects like pain, nausea, or hair loss. Hi, my name's Samuel Grenville, and in this video presentation you'll also discover the real root of all disease and how we can put a stop to it before it even begins. You'll discover the unstable molecule corrupting the DNA of your cells right now and how to cloak your cells with a shield that protects them from the ravages of aging. One way you can stop chronic disease at the source. Plus, the new breakthrough technology that's making this revolutionary healing compound available to everyone at unprecedented levels of potency. First, take a look at this. You're looking at over 5,600 scientific studies that prove, without question, the healing power of this one single nutrient. Now, it's possible you might have heard of this miraculous nutrient before, yet I promise you, one vital missing element has stopped you from being able to experience its full, potent healing properties. Until now. This single element makes all the difference in your results. It's a technological breakthrough that has allowed my team and I to harness this compound's ability to laser target the building blocks of disease better than ever before. Like I said, my name's Samuel Grenville, and I'm considered one of the top alternate health researchers in the country. I work with companies to discover and bring to market breakthrough health solutions. I've dedicated my life to uncovering and sharing real, proven science. Science everyday people can use and benefit from right now. What I'm about to share is for anyone suffering from chronic illnesses such as heart disease, fibromyalgia, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, cancer, and even aging. It's also for anybody with stubborn fat deposits that diet and exercise just haven't been able to budge. As you'll soon discover, they are all connected. Jane, who suffered with chronic pain for years. She was on a cocktail of drugs for her pain, but she longed to find a way to relieve her suffering naturally. Today, Jean no longer has to rely on so many of those pain-killing meds and their dangerous side effects, because she learned how to turn pain off at the source. And then there's the story we heard from this wonderful woman. She suffered with such severe joint pain that she could hardly move her fingers. Then one day she woke up and her hands were pain-free. She told us, "Even in the morning, when my hands feel worse, they felt good. The pain just went away." For this gentleman, swollen, achy knees made his life miserable. But not only was he able to finally relieve his pain, he enjoyed an unexpected bonus. "I have more energy. I'm not so tired all the time, and I dropped a few pounds too." Before we get to that, here's why your own body may be overflowing with zombie cells without you even realizing. Every day, billions of our cells die off to be replaced by new, youthful cells. The National Geographic says it best. In order to live, parts of us have to die. Every day by design, billions of our cells shrink, break up into small parcels, and get tidied away by other janitor cells. The problem comes when these cells stop replacing themselves with new, fresh, youthful cells. So what happens instead? Your cells mutate into zombie form. And because they don't die off, they begin to pile up like one dead body on top of another, causing a disease-spreading logjam of cells that trigger arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and cancer. The solution? Rid your body of the damaged, defective, mutated zombie cells and replace them with young, healthy, disease-free cells. Sounds too simple? Too good to be true? Amazingly, this can be done quickly, easily, and inexpensively. First, here's how and why your body malfunctions, creating these rogue walking dead cells in the first place. The culprit behind all the destruction is a teeny tiny little protein molecule with a rather catchy name, NF-kappa beta, otherwise known as the master switch. And what does this switch control? It controls the slow-burning fire inside your cells called inflammation, a phenomenon Newsweek recently called the root of all disease. First, let me back up a little. If you've ever scraped your knee or hit your thumb with a hammer, then what you felt is acute inflammation. You've had the redness, the swelling, the bruising, and of course, the pain. What's really happening here is your immune system is deliberately inflaming the area so the vital nutrients are pushed to the site of the injury. Actually, this is the kind of inflammation you want. The inflammation process is used to get all the nutrients your body needs to repair the problem. Sure, the area may be tender for a little while, but pretty soon you're healing up. However, there's also another type of inflammation. It's a silent, slow-burning, chronic inflammation triggered by the master switch, NF-kappa beta molecule. With this type of inflammation, NF-kappa beta acts as a smoke sensor, detecting dangerous threats such as free radicals and unwelcome bacteria. How does it respond to these threats? NF-kappa beta turns on the genes that produce inflammation. Here's the kicker. As we age, NF-kappa beta starts sensing fires in the body where there are no fires, and it goes right ahead and switches on inflammation genes in your organs and tissues, including your brain. This sets the stage for all sorts of degenerative diseases, ranging from cancer to heart disease, arthritis, atherosclerosis, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. This is a type of quiet, insidious form of inflammation you might not even know is there, until your body succumbs and you finally get sick. Poor diet or outside toxins like smoking, air pollution, toxic chemicals in the water and food, chronic stress, or toxic personal products aggravate the situation. It's like pouring gasoline on the inflammation fire. And that's when the real damage begins. Your body starts turning on itself. And just like a child picking at a scab, your body never quite heals. So if you suffer from diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, Alzheimer's, or even the big C, you have a disease triggered by inflammation. The popular doctor Mark Hyman says, inflammation appears connected to almost every known chronic disease. Here's where it gets worse. Chronic inflammation triggers the production of free radical oxygen molecules, corrupting your cell's DNA. You see, your DNA is the software on how to create a new cell. When that software gets corrupted, your cells become defective. They can even mutate into something even more deadly. Now, while you're young and healthy, your immune system easily fights off these free radicals, just like when you have flu and you know you'll be over it in a few days. But over time, they pile up. Your immune system gets overwhelmed and begins to buckle under the strain. That's when these toxic invaders get sneaky, searching for weak points, triggering mutations in your cells. Your poor immune system can't keep up with the thousands or even millions of cells crying out for repair. Normally, your body sheds these cells. Science calls it apoptosis. But the system has broken down, and your immune system just can't cope. And that's also when an onslaught of cells slips under the radar, gaining superpowers and becoming immortal, refusing to die. Bottom line, when your cells refuse to die, your body is left wide open and vulnerable to disease. It's another consequence of poor diet or toxic invaders from the environment. And it means some of your cells can't hear the death signals that tell them when to die. So you have these old, worn-out, defective cells, zombie cells that just refuse to die off, piling up on top of each other. It's like something out of The Walking Dead. Yet instead of wanting to eat you, these zombie horde of immortal cells can trigger devastating diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes. And it all begins with the flickering flame of inflammation. What sparks this silent fire? Remember, it's that little-known molecule deep inside your cells, NF-kappa beta, the activator of inflammation, the master switch. Any disease that's chronic and getting worse and worse, you'll find inflammation. Dig a little deeper, and you'll find NF-kappa beta working overtime to do its job. In healthy cells, NF-kappa beta levels are tightly controlled, and that's a good thing. Yet, as we age, when our bodies are overwhelmed by foreign invaders, it's like somebody starting a fire in your house. NF-kappa beta flips the switch, activating over 400 pro-inflammatory genes in your body. Inflammation is unleashed. Free radicals smother healthy cells. Your genes are disrupted, and cells transform into zombie cells, creating a logjam of mutant cells poised to trigger deadly disease. The curtains go up in flames, the carpet becomes a raging inferno, and the walls begin to crumble to ashes. But what if you could call the fire department before this even happens? What if you could protect yourself from zombie cells, free radicals, and health-derailing disease by finally and forever extinguishing the slow-burning fire of inflammation? In today's toxic world, we're surrounded by a variety of chemicals in our food, in the things we use, even in the air we breathe, that can trigger inflammation, free radical rampage, and mutant zombie cells. But you do have the opportunity to minimize your exposure, to guard against these 3 separate ways, all at the same time. Eliminating zombie cells from your body and replacing them with new, youthful, healthy cells. Cleaning your cells, scrubbing away the rust of free radical molecules, and snuffing out the raging fire of inflammation. Protecting you and your loved ones from literally dozens of chronic diseases. There's a lot of buzz around turmeric these days and its wonder herb abilities. A certain kind of turmeric is a warm, yellow spice, most often associated with Indian food, curry, and yellow mustard. And after 5,600 peer-reviewed studies, it's not only the most studied ingredient on the planet, it's becoming clear it may be one of nature's most powerful healers on the planet. In fact, my 5-year-long research project on this plant has revealed over 600 potential therapeutic applications and 175 beneficial physiological effects. Its history goes back millennia. The ancient Indian and Chinese medicine has revered turmeric for its medicinal properties for the last 4,500 years. It appears that the pigment that gives this kind of turmeric its yellow-orange color is able to discipline cells and get them back into working together in order. It repairs them, then heals them. Almost magically, when this certain form of curcumin enters a cell, a renowned turmeric studies lead researcher said, the cell membrane goes from being crazy and floppy to being more disciplined and ordered so that information that flows through it can be controlled. But that's only the beginning. The correct type of turmeric was so powerful and effective, it was almost hijacked by the pharmaceutical industry as their own. When its cancer-fighting properties were first discovered by Western medicine, Big Pharma tried to jump in and patent it. In the industry, they have a word for this. They call it biopiracy, taking natural indigenous plants and foods and patenting them, in essence, owning them so they could charge outrageous sums of money for them. Can you believe it? It was complete and utter greed. Needless to say, health practitioners and suppliers from India were outraged, and rightfully so, considering they've been using this herb for thousands of years to heal and treat all kinds of diseases. Fortunately, justice prevailed, and that is why today I'm able to share not only this story, but this rare sort of turmeric's powerful healing benefits with you. However, I want to tell you right away, you can't just sprinkle any type of turmeric on your food and expect an instant health upgrade. You see, it's what's inside this turmeric that really works the magic. Hiding inside the herb's bright yellow roots is an extraordinarily powerful compound called curcumin. It has been called the natural remedy of the century, for good reason. Here's why. Curcumin, when carefully extracted from the right type of turmeric, actually targets multiple points along the inflammatory pathway at a molecular level. Remember that master switch, inflammatory molecule NF-kappa beta? Curcumin blocks NF-kappa beta's attempts to burrow into cells and turn on genes related to inflammation. It literally throws up stop signs to inflammation at the source. Yet curcumin doesn't just attack inflammation at the source. It's also the most studied antioxidant compound in the world, stopping those free radicals from damaging your cells. Just listen to these findings. Curcumin protects the brain cells from aging. A recent landmark study found that the participants taking the curcumin had more dissolved plaque in their blood than those taking the placebo. Translation: curcumin appears to bind brain-destroying plaque and break it down. It can scrub your cells clean of oxidative damage. Curcumin delivers a 1-2 punch against harmful free radicals by blocking and neutralizing them, and then boosting the body's own antioxidant production. It helps promote heart health, along with reducing inflammation and oxidation. Curcumin improves the lining of the blood vessels. One study revealed it to be just as powerful as exercise. Curcumin significantly improved sustained attention, working memory, and mood in seniors. Curcumin fights autoimmunity. I'm talking about multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and IBD. Finally, it triggers apoptosis, the genetic grim reaper that tells your cells when to die. This way, they cannot produce out of control and form things like cancerous tumors. When Wanda started taking her curcumin, she couldn't believe what happened next. I have a nerve condition, and I'm trying to wean myself off the pain meds. I was so sick of dealing with the side effects. One made me sleepy, another gave me constipation, and one of them made my ears ring. Well, 2 days after taking this curcumin, I have less pain when walking, less pain when sitting, less pain in my knees and hip, and I don't feel any uncomfortable side effects. Mike from Alberta, Canada was sick of living with constant joint pain. With nothing to lose, he tried the curcumin. Now he's singing a different tune. I had problems with pain and burning in my knees. Then I took this curcumin, and I felt calmness envelop me, and my body was at ease. It relieved the inflammation, and it seems to have increased my energy. I can walk better. I can do 30 minutes on the treadmill with no pain. But Mike was over the moon about another unexpected benefit. I took 2 of them right before bedtime. It gave me a relaxed feeling, and it made my libido increase. It's a great sex booster. And this happy customer started taking this curcumin remedy because he hated taking meds. They're a last resort for me. If I can get the same or better results from using something natural, I'm all in, he told us. Once he learned about all the benefits of curcumin, he wondered if it could help his high blood pressure levels. He wrote, "Today I'm thrilled at how my blood pressure is doing." So why isn't curcumin a part of all our lives if it's so powerful? Because all of this is only possible if the curcumin is absorbable and if it crosses the blood-brain barrier. And in 99% of turmeric or curcumin supplements out there, this just doesn't happen until now. Here's what you need to look out for in order to get the same life-transforming results as the people you're hearing about on this page. 1. Always demand the highest possible potency of your curcumin. The vast majority of human double-blind placebo studies used 1,500 milligrams of curcumin, so make sure your supplement contains that amount too. 2. Beware of cheap curcumin manufacturers. Always be sure your curcumin is standardized to 95% for maximum results. 3. And maybe most importantly, bioavailability. Make sure it's absorbed fully by the body so you're getting all of that potent healing power. Taking turmeric or curcumin alone will simply disintegrate in your digestive tract. What's the answer? Your curcumin needs an upgrade. Using new technology that shields the curcumin so it can be properly absorbed by your body. Amazingly, black pepper is the best way to do this. That's right, the spice sitting right next to your salt shaker contains a compound called piperine that protects, shields, and shuttles the curcumin into your intestine. Bioperine, a new form of black pepper extract, is making headlines right now. In multiple studies, it was shown to upgrade curcumin's power and absorbability by a staggering 2,000%. Imagine putting a tank full of gas in your car and going 20 times as far. Studies have shown a bioperine curcumin combo will enhance mood, happiness, and positive attitude, support healthy cholesterol and triglyceride levels, and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. And that's not all. I discovered an ancient spice with similar properties to curcumin that works hand in hand to boost, magnify, and amplify the health benefits. First grown some 5,000 years ago in ancient China, it may well be the world's oldest medicinal spice. I'm talking about ginger, but not the kind you may find in your kitchen cupboard. Organic ginger is a powerful compound that has been found to treat morning sickness, reduce muscle pain and soreness, soothe the pain from arthritis, lower blood sugars, fight infections, and lower cholesterol levels. Plus, just like curcumin, it switches off that master switch chemical NF-kappa beta. So, a combination of the purest grade, highest potency, most absorbable curcumin with upgraded absorption is necessary if you want to prevent, reverse, and eliminate disease. However, to get all of this together into one affordable solution is no easy task. There's a reason you won't find this in your local store or on Amazon alongside all the other cheap pretenders. But you see, I have a secret weapon. I work with a small manufacturer flexible enough to meet my exacting demands. They're GMP compliant and FDA registered, and boy, do I make them sweat. And this time, I think they've created their best work. A curcumin solution strong and absorbable enough to conquer any chronic pain. My manufacturers fulfilled my 3 main demands for maximum healing and soothing of chronic pain. I wanted only the most potent, powerful 1,500 milligrams of curcumin, the same amount used in the successful double-blind studies. one that is standardized to 95% curcuminoids. Again, the same potency used in the hundreds of successful double-blind placebo studies. It had to be upgraded with a double-strength shield that protects the curcumin so it can be absorbed by your body and get to work healing. Now, finally, you can get the highest quality curcumin along with the highest possible potency and at the lowest possible price. The only downside? My small manufacturer has a limited supply of inventory right now. Quality organic curcumin, not that cheap stuff, is hard to come by. Yet I believe if it means people like you all over the world can be chronic disease-free, maybe for the first time in years, it's totally worth it. If total natural relief is what you need right now, let me introduce you to Curafen, simply the purest, most potent curcumin on the market today. The only natural upgraded curcumin remedy potent enough to eliminate disease at the source by keeping the master regulator of inflammation in check. Here's how it works. When chronic inflammation is triggered, a protein complex called NF-kappa beta activates the genes triggering the production of COX-2, an enzyme responsible for inflammation. This can lead to a whole host of dangerous diseases. With Curafen, you can put a stop to this at the source by blocking NF-kappa beta and preventing the growth of the tiny little blood vessels that cause inflammation, free radicals, and zombie cell outbreaks. But don't just take it from me. Listen to some more real-life success stories, such as this email we received from James. He wrote, "No inflammation in my joints and knees work better. Exercise is not a problem. I feel no pain, and this doesn't have harsh ingredients." And then there's Agnes, who was delighted to report, on a scale of 1 to 10, my pain is now a 3 without having to take so many strong drugs. After decades of pain, this is amazing to me. But let's not forget this unsolicited testimonial we received from another thrilled customer. He told us, "I took it for my inflammation and neuropathy. It definitely helps with the inflammation because now I can walk without pain." Remember, this is the most potent curcumin available on the market, fully upgraded with bioperine and ginger to make this the strongest and the most bioavailable curcumin on the market. Curafen uses the curcumin C3 complex, most trusted by the medical and academic communities. It's trusted by the University of Texas Cancer Department, University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, University of Rochester Medical Center, Tufts University School of Medicine, and dozens more trusted and respected institutions. All of these institutions turn to this specific brand of curcumin for use in research. Why? Because of their confidence in the consistency, quality, and integrity of the ingredients. In short, it is the most clinically researched curcumin brand with more than 80 research papers, including 45 clinical studies from peer-reviewed journals. Plus, my formulators and manufacturing team have combined it with the industry-leading bioperine and organic ginger to protect your curcumin as it works its magic throughout your body. With that in mind, you can understand why Curafen may not be the cheapest curcumin on the market. Yet, even though this is the most expensive to produce curcumin extract out there, I wanted to make this affordable to everyone who needs it. And to do that, I need to be able to push manufacturing costs down. To help with that, if you'll permit me, I'd like to ask a small favor. I want to hear how your health challenges faded away. Right now, my team and I are collecting success stories, and we want to hear from you. Just think how you'll feel when the pain subsides, maybe for the first time in a long, long time. You wake up feeling no discomfort. You can slide out of bed easily. Whatever was troubling you, your back, your hands, your joints, the pain feels like it just evaporated. And it gives you a new lease on life, doesn't it? And that's why we want to hear your experience. So, for a limited time, we're going to let you test drive Curafen with zero risk, and at a ridiculously low price. We put our heads together here at Pure Greens Nutrition HQ and figured what was the lowest price we could offer purely for our grand opening. And our goal right now is to collect more and more success stories. And that means getting this out to as many people as possible. And although we'd already settled on a regular price of $89.95 for a month's supply, and although we know that's an absolute steal for the pain-relieving effects of Curafen, if you order before the end of this video, you can get your first bottle at the introductory grand opening price of just $49.95 for one bottle, and as low as $33.32 per bottle to push the button on pain relief. And of course, there's zero risk, because you don't even have to decide right now. We're so sure you're going to be thrilled with the results that we're willing to let you try out Curafen for an entire year. And if you're not amazed at the results, you can return the bottle for a full, no quibbling, no quarrel refund. Yes, even if the bottle is empty, we'll give you your full health investment back. That's how much we stand by our product. You really have nothing to lose and all the pain relief, plus protection from a plethora of health ailments to gain. Here's the coolest part. Pay just $49.95 right now, and you're locked in at that low, low price forever. Even when the price goes up to $89.95 in a short while, you will still be able to reorder at just $49.95. Deal? Once you make your choice from the options below, here's what happens next. You'll be taken to a page that looks like just fill in your details and your first bottle of Curafen will be put in the mail on the same day. Now, as you can imagine, because of this presentation showing how effective curcumin is, we're experiencing a flood of new orders. There's a strong chance the price will be a reasonable $89.95 the next time you visit this page. So I urge you, make your choice from the options below. Do it now. Get your first shipment of Curafen on its way to your door today before the price increases. Hurry! Limited time bonus extravaganza. To celebrate the grand opening of Curafen, I'm going to gift you some amazing special reports. And the more you put your trust in me, the bigger your bonus gets. Buy one bottle and get the anti-inflammatory 10-minute meals book free. Total value $27. I've collected together my favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert recipes that are not only delicious and quick to put together, but pack a powerful anti-inflammatory punch. You'll start your day with my Power Breakfast Smoothie. Enjoy lunch with my sweet potato and roasted pepper soup with extra anti-inflammatory spices. And settle down for a hearty dinner time of spicy black bean burgers. And why not finish off the day with a decadent blueberry cafu tea? Plus, I'll even share my warming ginger tea recipe that is comforting and immune system boosting all year long. The anti-inflammatory recipe book regularly sells for $27, but it's yours free when you try out just one bottle of Curafen. Buy 3 bottles and get the anti-inflammatory recipe book and the 10 anti-inflammation commandments free. Total value $54. You'll discover the one food you should eat 3 times a week, the #1 fat that lowers inflammation, why carrying a pack of mints helps defeat inflammation at the source, and so much more. Follow these simple commandments along with your daily curcumin regimen and you'll keep chronic pain, inflammation, and nasty disease at bay. And now it gets even better. Buy 6 bottles and get the whole enchilada, the anti-inflammation recipe book, and the anti-inflammation commandments, and my sought-after super report, the golden paste recipe free. Total value $81. When I want to turn people on to turmeric and curcumin, I give them a cup or a bowl of my golden paste. It's a recipe I've developed over the years, and it's a wonderfully warming, satisfying way to get your curcumin with maximum absorption. Best part, almost everybody I share this recipe with enjoys losing a little weight when they take it regularly. You see, curcumin and my golden paste help stabilize your metabolism and conquer hunger pangs and cravings. Bonus tip, if you're worried about a pet, if your dog or cat is under the weather, give them a bowl of the golden paste and just watch as they become revived, restored, and re-energized. My golden paste recipe is worth at least $27. It's really priceless to me, but you can get it free when you choose a 6-pack of Curafen. Take your pick from the options below and you'll qualify for one of the above bonuses. Tip, choose the 3-bottle option and you only pay $37.49 per bottle and get $81 worth of bonus reports, 25 times more antioxidants than blueberries. Curcumin is one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science, measuring a whopping 15,000 per single gram on the ORAC scale, far more powerful than blueberries, a 600 on the ORAC scale, which are renowned for their antioxidant capabilities. Curcumin has been shown to literally scrub the oxidative rust from your cells, preventing serious disease and even reversing disease you may already have. It puts a stop to cell deterioration and restores cellular genetic codes to youthful levels. What does that mean? It means your cells will reproduce the way they did when they were young. No more cells outstaying their welcome and transforming into deadly tumors. Right now, 3 paths lie ahead of you. 1, you can click away from this page and continue down the road you're already on, living with the pain and leaving your body wide open to devastating disease. Or 2, you can go ahead, grab some turmeric from your health food store. It's readily available, and it may even ease your pain a little if you take it consistently for a few months. The health benefits of turmeric are well known. Or 3, you can seize this opportunity right now to get your first bottle of Curafen at a crazy low price, banish pain, and dramatically upgrade your health with its uniquely potent formula. Look, put everything I say to the test. The research is clear, the clinical tests are conclusive, and the real user testimonials are astonishing. Yet there's only one final piece of proof you need. You gotta try this for yourself. Guaranteed, you're going to be over the moon with the results. And if, in a highly unlikely event, you're not impressed, you have a full year to decide. A lifetime of vibrant health awaits you. Can you imagine what it's like to jump out of bed in the morning full of energy and pain and disease-free? You've lived with the pain long enough, haven't you? Not being able to golf as much as you'd like, not being able to tend your garden, not being able to pick up your grandkids and hold them and love them. It's amazing that Curafen, based upon an ancient proven remedy, has the opportunity to bring so much joy to your life so quickly. If only you make your selection below now and click the button. If pain is not an option, in your job, in your family, in your life, if side effect riddled drugs are compromising your health, you owe it to yourself to discover a better way. Please understand, Curafen is not just a painkiller. It's 10 times better. Instead of just masking the pain, it flips the switch that quenches the inflammation throughout your entire body. At the same time, it provides hosts of benefits to almost every organ in your body, from your brain to your heart to your gut. Don't let aging and chronic disease get the better of you, okay? You don't deserve it. You deserve far better. With Curafen in your cupboard, you're on your way to receiving the greatest gift of all, a pain-free life. I hope you've enjoyed watching my presentation. Now you know the all-inspiring properties of curcumin. I hope you'll make the smart choice and begin taking it in its best form with Curafen. I can't wait to hear your results. Sincerely, Samuel Grenville.